we're here in the Research Centre, the Ellen G. White Adventist Research Centre at Avondale University. And this institution was founded in 1897. It's had a history, a long history, and it's grown gradually over time. It's changed its name a couple of times, and now it's Avondale University. One of the things that I find very interesting with the early pioneers, and particularly with Ellen White, is that she would set out in faith to do something without actually having the money on hand to do it. Ellen White sets out in faith, yes, this is the place and this is where we need to be. Research centres are branches of the White estate, and each division of the World Church has a research centre. This research centre, located here at Avondale University, began in 1976 with Dr. Arthur Patrick as the first curator. This research centre was among one of the early ones. One of the things that I think is a very important role of the centre is for students to come here as part of their academic requirements in order to gain a familiarity with the material. Ellen White sometimes is looked at as that stern lady that said all those tough things to people. But that's only a very small part of the picture of who she was. It's easy to think of her as someone from yesteryear, but she really has things to say that are relevant and concepts that are relevant, and the fact that Ellen White really loved God and was passionate about walking closely with God every day. It's fair to say without Ellen White, the Adventist Church wouldn't be what it is today. I don't think there's any question about that. And one of the really important things to do when reading some of these letters and manuscripts is to ask the question, what was the context that this was written in? Who was it written to? Why was it written? What was going on at the time? Knowing the context, knowing who it was, knowing the issue being addressed helps make sense of the counsel that was given. Right behind me there is bookshelves that contain lots of resources relating to either Ellen White's studies or Adventist church history. Also on the shelves are the hard copies that we have of the Adventist Review. We also have copies of the Youth Instructor, the South Pacific Record, as it's now called. There's Ministry Magazine, and there are a few other journals that we also have. We have copies of Ellen White's writings, multiple copies in some cases. These include the compilations. We also have all of her articles. The vault's a very important place. In the vault we have the typewritten photocopies of Ellen White's letters and manuscripts. We have some of the very early copies of Ellen White's writings. Doing what I'm doing here is kind of awesome and yet challenging at the same time. It's awesome to be able to do it, but it's like, wow, look at what's gone before. And I'm very grateful to those who've gone before because they were faithful. So the General Conference, through the White Estate, sponsors these research centres so that they are here for the blessing of the church. And I pray that it will continue to be a blessing to students here and to the wider church community as well.